About a week ago, I received a letter about what happened when a sister who loves the Lord put tracts into beer 12 packs. I don't want to give it away yet, but what happened after that was too good not to share. Hi, I'm David Daniels for Chick Publications. I was at the main grocery store I go to this morning, and a guy walked up and handed me a stack of Chick tracts. I was so excited. I thought he was witnessing to me, so I went to show him my tracts in my purse. He told me I didn't understand. He was the store manager, and he was returning tracts I put in beer 12 packs. He said I was seen doing it, and he was asking me to stop. I thought it would be a good witness to be respectful to him, so I said, out of respect for him, I wouldn't do it anymore. Then I walked out of the store thinking, who do I serve? God or man? I don't think I handled this right. I'm devastated. What I should have told him is, these love story tracts are for the little girls watching their dads get plowed and fight with their moms. And that the beast and no fear, they're for the people who don't get that the end is near, and that they are seduced by Satan, and that the booze won't fill the void in their heart, but the message of the tract will. I failed. What on earth do I do now? End quote. Oh my. I prayed and asked God for help. Then I sent her this response. Of course, you can do what you want. But one possibility is to say to that very manager, may I talk to you for a moment? And tell him what you see and how you have no ill designs on anybody, but you want to see families whole and not torn apart. Then say those beautiful words you said. Those love story tracts are for the little girls who watching their dads get plowed and fight with their moms. And that the beast and no fear are for the people who don't get that the end is near. And that the booze won't fill the void in their heart, but the message of the tract will. And if you want, ask him. I'm sure you've seen the broken families too. What would you do to offer them hope? Treat the manager as a human being and not an obstacle. And let him see that you're also a human being who cares. If you've been a good customer, it will be interesting to see his response. But pray and ask the church or fellow Christians who will pray to pray before going to talk to him. This is still ultimately a spiritual battle. Second, realize he has pressures as a store manager. His job could be on the line. Third, if he has the tracts, then those tracts didn't get to the people. Someone he hired goes through the beer cans or bottles and has to be paid to fish them out. So perhaps there's another solution. In grocery stores, I try to hand one directly to the people I talk to. They can receive them or not, but at least I will have offered. A couple don't want to receive them, but they made their choice. The rest like them. So the end result is I give them to those who want them, and I try not to make myself odious in the process. Oh, and ask that manager with a smile on your face, have you gotten to read them? If not, you can keep the ones you haven't read. Those are my thoughts. God bless you. End quote. You never know what's going to happen, or even if you'll hear back. This lady was special. She's gone to Nigeria and given special stuffed animals that say Bible verses and things to children who've been abused and trafficked. I've talked to her. When God opens a door, this lady steps through it. I added, quote, one more idea. If you could get a sympathetic ear, you could get permission to put a free take one rack, then refill it as it gets low. By the way, we had a customer from Indiana who serviced 50 of these free take one track racks that he put in 50 stores. In a 5-year period, he put 500,000 tracks in a 3-county area. Back to the story. I got a letter back the next day Here's what she wrote. Dear David, the strangest thing happened today. I went back to that store, and the manager who gave the tracks back to me suddenly appeared. I never see him in the store. He invited me to his checkout line, and to be sure it was him, I asked him if it was he that was the one who spoke to me yesterday. He confirmed that he was. I told him I've never seen him in the store, and he said he is almost always upstairs in his office. I asked him if he read any of the tracks, and he said that he did. I got to tell him why I put a love story in those 12 packs. He said he knew and understood. He seemed ashamed of removing the tracks and the truth they bring. My transaction was over, and with the guy on my heels in line, I knew my time with the manager, Jesse, was over. I know the Lord's at work. This was a divine appointment. Praise the Lord. End quote. God helped her turn an obstacle into an opportunity. This Christian sister reminds me of what the Lord brought home to my heart just a week ago. Lord, I'm only one person. So is everybody else. What can you do for the Lord? Are you ready for God to turn your obstacles into opportunities? Let's give these unsaved people a chance. No one else will. But you plus God equals a majority. See what happens and let me know. God bless you and have a wonderful day.